So I wanted to talk about some landscaping trends because I saw this at one of your local builds out in the Henryville area. And just talk about what some folks are doing a little bit differently than they did before. One thing I've noticed, because I had to help out with this project right here. This is my mom's sidewalk, by the way. And you'll notice rocks instead of just regular old mulch. So, mulch isn't fun to lug around and spread out every year. But rocks are even heavier. So I was like sore after lugging these bags of rocks off a pallet all over my mom's front porch area. But
You
she actually spread them out.
you did that with bags?
Bags, buddy,
Dude, that's tough.
and pallet.
We do the rock, but we always, we get it in bulk.
Yeah. And I mean, she kind of had it in bulk. They delivered it to her driveway, and then I just dragged. Well, Brady helped me a little bit, but either way, I got a little bit sore from that. And then she spread it out, put some preen down, and I guess the goal is it keeps the weeds out. You don't have to replace with the mulch every year. So again, I'm just kind of leading you on here with what I've seen myself. But what have you seen here lately?
I've seen the same trend. You're seeing people kind of pull away from mulch. Um, it- I always talk about production homes versus custom homes and the differences, pros, cons. Um, a lot of your production homes, you're going to see them use just bulk hardwood mulch. A lot of times they'll go with a black coloring or something like that. That's going to fade in about a season, and you're going to end up having to replace that on an annual basis. And a lot of people that I deal with, they're just tired of doing it. They're tired of replacing
Yeah.
it. Even on my own personal home, I used what's called super grade A cypress mulch on mine, which will last a couple years because you can actually flip it and get that coloration back. But after doing it for 8 years and messing with it, this spring we actually said, heck with it. We pulled all the mulch out, laid down the fabric, and ended up going with a stone. And I used the preen too. I sprinkled the preen in, which is
Yeah.
a pre-emergent. But the amount of weeds I have now versus when I had the mulch is
Uh-huh.
phenomenally lower. It's a lot easier to maintain. And something people don't realize is even if you put that fabric down and you put mulch on there, weeds, the roots aren't very deep. They'll germinate in that mulch, and you're still
Oh,
going to have to
sure.
pull them out of the mulch. Uh,
Yeah.
but you always talk
We are
about
still
pros and
those people.
cons. but you always
Let
talk
us
about
know in the comments. Are you pro mulch or are you pro rocks? Have you gone to the rocks or are you going to the rocks? Or is there something else? Like you don't have to do those big black rocks. I'm sure there's different types.
well something else you can do. And my neighbor actually did it right across the way here. When we built their house, they used pine needles. Pine needles
Oh,
is
I love
something you
that.
see a lot more in the South, but it's a really unique look.